My name is John Watson. A question that we are often asked when we are talking to clients about suing a debt collector in federal court is, hey, is that collector going to have insurance? And if they do, is that good or bad? Or if they don't, is that good or bad? Well, here's the answer. Normally, most legitimate debt collectors, I'm not talking about scam debt collectors that have no physical address, they are not licensed, they're just somebody in their parents' basement with a prepaid cell phone. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about legitimate debt collectors will normally have insurance. Now, some of the really big debt collectors will not have insurance because really they're self-insured. We're talking about just massive companies, but most debt collectors are going to have insurance. And that's good because, number one, that means if they have violated the law and you win, you want to be able to get paid. And so that's why we have insurance. That's why I have car insurance, homeowners insurance. That's why businesses have insurance, including debt collectors. Now, the second important thing about insurance is every now and then we'll get somebody who will say, look, I really don't like what this collector did. I know it was very bad, but look, I don't want to put them out of business. And that's understandable. With insurance, they're not going to be put out of business. Now, a lot of times we'll get the defense lawyer will say, John, it's a really small debt collector. We don't have any money. And I'll say, well, do you have insurance? And I remember this once, a national defense law firm. I said, do you guys have insurance? He goes, I never even thought to look for that. Really? That's how these lawyers get paid, is by insurance. So for this lawyer to say, I never even thought about that, is just absurd. And then he came back, he goes, well, we are very small, not in great financial condition. I said, how much is the insurance? Well, you really ought to take a small amount. I go, how much is the insurance? He goes, $5 million. Okay? So we're not going to put these people out of business because they do have insurance and they have to have assets to be able to operate as a debt collector. Now, sort of the opposite of, quote, putting them out of business is we do want them to feel some pain. Now, why do I say that? Because as they sit there and think about, should I do this illegal act, that illegal act, this other one? And they go, well, here are all the advantages I'm going to get. We want them to be able to put down on paper, yeah, but here are all the disadvantages. Here's all the pain it will cost me. And so when they're sitting in a board meeting or the owners are sitting around going, we ought to do this illegal auto dialer campaign against everybody's cell phone. Or we ought to do these block parties where we call all their neighbors, or office parties where we call all their coworkers. We want somebody to go, you know what? I remember that really cost us a lot of money, even above insurance. And sometimes these insurance policies will say, we'll pay $5 million, but the first $25,000, $100,000, you, the debt collector, you have to pay that. So it's important to have insurance so you can get paid for your damages. So they're not put out of business, but they do feel pain because that's the only thing that will motivate them. Companies that are willing to break the law are not going to be motivated to change because they go, we should really be good guys. If they were good guys, they wouldn't be breaking the law. So if they're breaking the law, the thing that will make them change is money. That's what will do it. So normally, if you are dealing with a debt collector that's a legitimate, and when I say legitimate, I just mean it's a real business. It may break the law all the time. It's still a legitimate business. Then it should have insurance, or it may just be so big that it doesn't even need insurance. But if you have questions about a debt collector you're dealing with and you live in Alabama, feel free to give us a call, 205-879-2447, or you can contact us through our website, alabamaconsumer.com. Thank you.